I'd like to talk in today's video about the rise and popularity of health foods. When I started this channel many years ago, which it's been, can you believe that? It's been a lot of years since I started this channel. We have seen, if you've been in the grocery stores recently, like Walmart, you've seen the rise of organic and healthy natural foods. Now, let's face it, when 5, 6, or more years ago, you would have a really, really hard time finding like anything that was organic or natural. They might have had a few things here and there in like the vitamin section of Walmart, but in just your regular aisles, you'd be hard pressed to find some really healthy, natural foods. Especially things like hemp seed, chia seed, maybe gluten-free products. And now it's just like there's an explosion where these foods are rampant like everywhere. You have no problem now finding gluten-free flour. And they even are selling cacao powder. To think that Walmart would one day carry cacao powder, that's just mind-boggling. But that shows you the power and influence that YouTube and even the internet have on big corporations. So like if enough people are into this and are looking for a product and they see that it makes a lot of money, then of course you're going to see companies start selling those products. And of course that's what we've seen throughout the years. Because more and more people, are starting to become more health conscious, and they're starting to like pick up on a lot of this stuff. Like, okay, I want to get the purest, most natural form of chocolate. So now they're selling cacao nibs and they're selling raw cacao powder, which is excellent. This is great because it's way more nutritious, it's less processed, and there's just so many benefits of eating a food in its more natural state than there would be if you just process it all the time. And the fact that there's more variety too is a good thing, because now you're not just limited to buying, like Hershey cocoa powder. Now you have other brands and you can branch out and you can research these other companies that produce this product that might have better, might be better on the environment. It might be better for the earth. It might be more pure, natural product. So these are all excellent things, and the fact that now you can go into your grocery store and you can find this stuff is awesome. So you don't always just have to look for it online and order it online. Now a lot of times it's just convenient for you to go out, to your local grocery store and be able to find it. It doesn't mean that, you're going to find the best deal, because let's face it, a lot of the really good deals are still on like Vitacost or iHerb, which, by the way, you use my code REK978, you can save $5 off your first product there. But those places still, I feel, have the best variety, the best selection, and the best prices. But if you're just wanting to go out and find something quick, say you don't want to wait 2 days or a day, right, to have it shipped to your house, just go to your grocery store and chances are you're going to be able to find raw cacao. Pretty much every Walmart sells it now. They even sell bee pollen. They got bee pollen. If you go to their peanut butter aisle, they have a ton of varieties of raw honey. They're even selling Manuka honey. Apple cider vinegar was a big thing like a year or so ago that was introduced. Bragg's. I never thought I would see them start carrying something like that. But they have loose tea, goji berry powder, maca powder, turmeric. They are selling amazing grass. superfoods. I mean, this is stuff that I was taking like 6, 7 years ago. And to think now that Walmart and some of these grocery stores carry these products is just amazing. It's fantastic. But that's why we need to make more YouTube videos talking about these natural products and hopefully get the big companies start selling them more so people can start taking this stuff. But yeah, I mean, it's mostly because of YouTube, I feel, and the internet and just in general, which has contributed to a lot of these products being, promoted and sold out there in the big or, local grocery stores. So, and of course, it's not just limited to like superfoods or supplements or any of these types of things, but also you're seeing a rise of more natural meat products. So, like a lot of grass fed beef, and you got your free range eggs. There's a lot of variety now of eggs and free range chickens, raw cheeses. You're seeing a lot of this stuff too, because that's another big movement that was happening, quite a few years ago, and people picked up on it. So it's good to see that as well, that there's more variety and a higher quality and standard of meat and animal products. If you're going to eat animal products, it's always best to try to get the better quality. So you got that. And finally, and before I end the video, because I wanted to talk about that and why I feel like those products have been so popular lately, and you've seen a rise of them over the years. I wanted to explain why that has been. And I'm sure there's other reasons. I probably just haven't thought of them. But finally, I want to talk about olive oil. Now, this is a good brand of olive oil, and I researched some of these olive oil brands, because if you go check it out, olive oil, there's like a gazillion different brands, and I'm sure there's other good brands of olive oil that are out there. This is just a good brand that I feel is actually real olive oil. The fact that it's grown in the United States, a lot of olive oils aren't grown in the United States. And, I'm a big supporter and promoter of buying things that are in your own country, because the more money that you put back into your country, the better it is for your country. Not to say that I'm against other countries, because I'm not. I think there's a lot of good things that come out of the other countries. But if you can support a good company in your own country, that's good for your country, especially if you take pride in your country, which I think all of us should, as long as your country is doing the right thing. Obviously, if your country has got, a dictator and there's human rights issues and things like that, then obviously I wouldn't be very proud of my country. But anyways, this brand, California Olive Ranch, I think is a good brand of olive oil. And again, I mean, there's a lot of different olive oils, and even really any olive oil, you're going to get some benefits of using. But olive oil is one of those things where everybody sees it, but I don't know if everybody understands and realizes how powerful this stuff actually is. There's been many studies that have been done on olive oil, like a ton of studies, and olive oil has been compared to aspirin and ibuprofen in its power to inhibit inflammation. So there's a component in olive oil called oleocanthal, which is comparable to ibuprofen. The stuff is very powerful. So when you take olive oil, you feel like this burning kind of, sensation a little bit in the back of your throat when you swallow it. And the longer that lasts, the more active that ingredient is in the olive oil. And that's how you can know when you have a good olive oil, is when you get that sensation or feeling when you take it. But, I mean, if you have any kind of inflammatory condition or arthritis condition, like rheumatoid arthritis, all you got to do is go to the store. Seriously, go to the store, find California Olive Ranch or any extra virgin olive oil that you can find, and just start taking a tablespoon or two of this every day. Make it like your new habit. If there's nothing else that you change in your diet or do, start taking 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and that can have dramatic positive effects on your health. There's been so many studies showing this. I mean, if you guys were just to look on Google, search olive oil studies, and look at all of the health benefits of olive oil. I mean, this is a large part of the Mediterranean diet. They consume it regularly in these countries, and they're all really super healthy. And not only that, but it's excellent for skin health. I mean, if you haven't noticed, I use olive oil every single day, pretty much, on my skin. And I've done that for years. I'm 32, so a lot of people mistake me for being much younger than I actually am. So maybe like 18, 19, minus the hair. But the truth is like olive oil, coconut oil, those oils are some of the best skin beauty secrets there are. And it isn't expensive. It's just that a lot of the other things are so overly promoted to get people to think that they got to spend a lot of money, to buy powerful products to promote anti-aging and things like that, which isn't true. I mean, you go back hundreds, thousands of years, what did people use to keep themselves looking healthy and youthful? They use just simple things like olive oil. I mean, this is one of the best things for your skin. And even people that have lived a really long time, that look really young, will admit to using olive oil regularly on their food and also regularly applying it to their skin. So it is fantastic for that. And so it's a win-win situation. And I feel like not enough people use olive oil. I mean, you don't even have to use it on your salad. You can just take it straight as like a supplement. And simply changing out the pro-inflammatory oils, so things like canola oil, soybean oil, canola oil, corn oil, all these processed, refined oils that you find pretty much in every processed food, which you shouldn't be eating anyways, promote inflammation. They're rancid. They're not good for your cells. Your body needs oil. You need an oil change, man. And so the best oils are the least processed and the most natural that humans have been consuming for hundreds and thousands of years. And it just so happens that one of them is actually olive oil. And simply using olive oil, which is extremely anti-inflammatory, and coconut oil and real butter, those simple changes that you do to your diet that you can tweak in your lifestyle will have dramatic positive effects on your health. And believe me, within just a few short days, if you had pain, you shall notice a reduction in pain. And that has to do with the fact that olive oil is comparable to taking something like ibuprofen or aspirin, because it's extremely anti-inflammatory, and it kind of works along the same pathways as the aspirin and ibuprofen, but it's natural. Now, it doesn't mean that you should just take, excessive amounts of it. No. Be wise in how much you take, but at the same time, take it, because it certainly is beneficial, and I don't think enough people actually use it. A lot of people think of olive oil as just for cooking and everything, but really you shouldn't even try to heat olive oil or extra virgin olive oil if you don't have to, because it's best to be taken in its actual natural state. It's got the most health properties and benefits when it's used in that state. Because anytime that you heat an oil, you're starting to kind of like damage it and make it less good for you. So I just wanted to throw that out there because I feel like olive oil kind of gets overlooked a lot these days. And it's just something that people are walking by every day, and maybe they just don't think of how taking a tablespoon or two of this stuff could actually have some really positive effects on their health. And maybe there's some things that they're experiencing that they don't like, maybe some pain issues. I mean, pretty much any inflammatory condition across the board, even things like IBS, I mean, olive oil is great for so many different things. We could have a whole video just about that, which, you know, I probably should do, and I've done in the past. But again, please, guys, just check out all the amazing, cool products now in your grocery store if you haven't noticed. Just observe when the next time you go to the store and check out all the different selection and variety of things, depending upon where you live, of course. But I think that's awesome. I think we've made a lot of good progress, and I think that should give us drive and motivation to continue to make videos about health and nutrition and speak about these natural products on YouTube and promote them, because it's good for everybody, and it gets more people too aware of these certain things, especially if they've never seen them before. And a lot of people still, even though they're in the stores, they still don't know about them, and they don't know how, you know, they're good for them. So that's why we need to like take the torch, and people that we know, we have to like explain to them, and we have to teach them and help them, because we can really make a difference in people's lives if we simply just get ourselves out there, out of our comfort zone sometimes even, and really help them and empower them and teach them about health so they can experience their best true health. So guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please help me get more subscribers, like these videos, and I'll catch you in my next video. Take care, guys. Bye.